It's a beautiful spring day and the sun is setting. Usually when I'm standing here the sun hits me right in the eyes and you can't see anything. I'm going to spin you around here. What we used on this project is a little bit different, and it's something you don't see every day. Always on these stones. So we did this project here, this stone front entrance here. What we like to do is we like to use 2-inch coping around the outside, and then we use a field pattern. Usually the stones on the inside are a little bit thinner, but sometimes if you put 2 inches on concrete from your step to your new stone, sometimes the height it's too much. We'd like a comfortable step, like 6-7 inches is usually the comfort zone. 8 inches is pushing it, but you can still do an 8-inch step. It's not the most comfortable, and anything over 8 inches is not the greatest. This one is pushing the heights a little bit. So what we use this material here. This is it's a natural stone, of course, and it's bull-nosed on the front of it. This is made by Banas, and they call it Rebated. That is the name. And when you look at the profile here, you can see it's 2 inches on the front, and then they remove the back section to lower it down. So this puts your height down. You gain, an inch and a half, maybe, depending on your mortar, of course. And in this situation, it's good because it lowers our height down, and we don't have to build up the back so much. So this is pretty ingenious how they have it, and they bullnose the front of it, and they do a nice job on the bullnosing. This is, of course, a piece we have left over, and there's your 2 inches. So you get because you always like a thick coping in landscaping. Any retaining walls or caps, anything that's 2 inches, or even there's some real beefy 3-inch material, they look fantastic. The 1 inch is a little too delicate. It doesn't look, it always looks nicer when you have a thicker cap. So here you have the look of it's like a countertop where they build up the end of it. Here you have, and the bullnose goes right through they do a nice job on the bullnosing. Some people are like the rock face, but this one turns out nice because the bullnosing changes the texture a little bit, so you have the split finish sort of on the top, and then it's kind of polished on the front of it. But I don't know, I like this one a lot. I think it looks fantastic. So that's the Banas Rebated flagstone coping, and it's pretty neat. I think we'll be using this more often. It's a little bit more expensive. It's not crazy expensive. It's a little bit more because they have to do it. They even calibrate see these lines here. That's called calibrating these lines, and they even calibrate it. So it's kind of pretty interesting what they do to this. It's a lot of, like, they have to cut out this back portion, and of course they can't damage. So the whole thing breaks here. So you have your 2 inches and 1 inch or so on the back. So the color is slate gray, and here's the top here, the entrance. So that is Banas Rebated flagstone coping.